Hey everyone, and welcome back on the channel. My name is Alex. In today's video, we are in Amsterdam. It's again that time of the year right before TRE. We have the opportunity to preview some of the Brooks 2025 shoes. And this one is the 19th edition to a key model here at Brooks. Tim, thank you for being with us. Can you tell us more about that update to an essential shoe for Brooks?
Yeah, thanks again for having me. So again, 19 version of this shoe. So Cascadia 19, this one had a very big update. We saw two smaller updates in the two previous versions, and for this one we really wanted to up the game of the shoe, and we did it in a big way. So there are a lot of changes in the shoe, and I would say like the biggest one is in the midsole. So the big thing we did is we changed to DNA Loft V3, which is our supercritical EVA foam, which is a bit softer, it's a bit more compliant, it has a bit more rebound than the previous foam. But then in addition, we still have the rock plate in this shoe for underfoot protection, but we use a different process to make it into the midsole. So previously we had like a top layer, we had the plate, and then we had a bottom layer which was glued together. For this new shoe, we used a co-molding process. So the plate is actually co-molded within the midsole. And the benefit of this is that the midsole stays flexible, it stays less rigid. So, because we don't need the glue layers and stuff like that, just to give the entire shoe a softer feel, a more playful feel, more flexibility, and that then plays into the like the stability of the shoe that we have in here. And we say we have stability through adaptability with the shoe, which is the Trail Adapt system, which we had also in the previous versions.
And I think it's the first time, to be honest, that I hear about this co-molding process, which again goes to show how much Brooks is putting efforts into innovation. We previewed some of the speed products just before. This one, there's the Hyperion Elite 5, Hyperion Max 3, Hyperion 3. There's a link to the playlist right here, upper right hand corner. And again, innovation is here again on the trail side of things with the Cascadia 19. One of the key questions I think people may ask is how to choose between the Cascadia 19, the Catamount, the Caldera, obviously different shoes for the trails for different purposes. Why would you go for the Cascadia here in this instance for the 19th version of it?
Yeah, very good question. Like these trail shoes are moving together, I feel like closer and closer in terms of stack height and midsole technology. I feel the difference here is pretty similar to what we do in the road style. So the experience, the underfoot experience is very different between this shoe and Caldera and Catamount. So even though we also use Loft V3 in this shoe as we do in the Caldera is really like a top stack rocker type of geometry, so that is also the experience. Whereas with the Cascadia we focus on really rugged trails, very technical terrain where we want to have some underfoot stability and protection in the shoe, both from the bottom from sharp rocks, but also in the upper from like roots and rocks and everything that you will find on the trails. So that's where the rock plate comes in, which is not in the Caldera. And then I would say like the Catamount is more of your lightweight up-tempo trainer with the Flash V2, which is a bit more responsive, it's a bit more closer to the ground. It has a plate in it, but it's more focused on propulsion rather than protection from the rocks.
That makes sense. And now, Tim, the numbers that everyone is interested in, stack height, drop, can you share these with us?
Yeah, for sure. So this shoe now has a stack height of 35 millimeters in the heel, and we have 29 in the forefoot for a 6 millimeter drop, which is also a little bit of a lower drop than we had in previous versions. And this shoe comes in at 303 grams. 303
grams, and I think a key question as well for trail shoes will be what's the lug depth here on this shoe, and also what's the rubber compound, because that also plays a huge role on the trails.
Yeah, for sure. So we are sticking with the Trail Tech Green, which is the same outsole compound that we have in all of our trail shoes now, which is like a recycled compound, which is still very durable, but also very grippy. The lug depth is 4.5 millimeters. And just to go on the lugs, the small updates that we made on this shoe is that we added some of the lugs on the outside in the forefoot for sidewards traction, but then also we made center grooves in all of our lugs to make sure the lugs stay flexible. So let's say you're running on hard rocks, hard surfaces, then the grooves are actually able to flex and adapt to that surface as well for additional grip on those types of terrains.
That's very interesting indeed, and it's an area that we don't cover enough in these previews, I feel, so thank you so much for diving deeper into the outsole. Tim, last question. When is this shoe going to be available? Can we expect to see it on runners' feet in the summer of 25?
Yeah, for sure. So this is again fall 25 launch of the shoe, and you can expect the shoe coming in June.
Can we have a price one as well, Tim, please?
Yes, so this shoe will stay at 150 euros.
150 euros, again, quite competitive price point for what this shoe brings to the market. Thank you so much for watching today. If you want to see more Brooks 2025 previews, you have a playlist right here. Just click on it. Thank you so much, Tim.
You're welcome.